Hey, what's going on, everyone? Sly here with Flo. And Flo, we heard the news. Farrell, he will be out at least one game, could be more. Who knows? We don't know how many games, but at least one. So that like begs a question. Right now, we're down to four dudes: Nick Bosa, Chase Young, Randy Gregory, and my boy Robert Beal. Do you think we're rolling right there with these four guys? Or bring someone else in? There's a guy out there who helped get us to the NFC Championship 2 years ago, 28 years old, in his prime, a guy by the name of Jordan Willis. We found out this week, actually, I think today, that a few guys got picked up, guys who we talked about in the offseason. Malcolm Ingram, he got picked up by the Dolphins. Justin Houston got picked up by the Dolphins, so they're going all in on the Wild Hogs, the old timers. But what do you think about this, man? Jordan Willis, he's out there, yeah or no?
Yeah, man, I say do it. Obviously, we need that depth there in that position. You can roll with four guys, but by the time you get to that NFC Championship game, those guys are going to be tired,
Oh
man. They're
yeah.
going to be gassed. Obviously, Nick Bosa, Chase Young, those guys are beasts, but still, even them, they need those subs. They need those guys who come in, give them a little bit of a break to catch their air, pretty much, because like if you gotta go every single snap, you're gonna be gassed by the time the third, fourth quarter comes around. So I understand Jordan Willis is a little bit older now, but man, I feel every time this guy freaking plays for us, he always does something big. Was it 2 years ago where he was just freaking had that monster game against the Packers, and he helps us freaking get past them. So this is a guy I trust a lot. He knows the scheme, he knows the system for the most part, and he's just smart. So I say we got to bring him in, especially we didn't go in with Justin Houston. We were talking about that just a few days ago,
Yeah.
and obviously the other guys saw what he could bring, and they're like, all right, let's get him, especially for the cheap, you know. So that
Yeah.
was a no brainer to us, but it is what it is. So now Willis, man, I would go after him if that was me personally. But what do you think, man?
Yeah, honestly, in my opinion, I think your prime years are between 25 to 29. I think that's when you hit your like manhood, your strength and everything. And he's 28. So I mean, to me, I think he's in his prime, and I'm saying that because I saw him this season in preseason when he was with the Raiders. And when they found out that they cut him and put him in the practice squad, I was shocked because he went up against the Niners and he was killing us in the preseason. Trey Lance was running for his life. Go watch that game. Jordan Willis, it looked like he didn't miss a beat, man. It looked like he was in his prime. I was like, oh my gosh, that game, Trey Lance was horrible because the offensive line was horrible that game. But Jordan Willis, he was getting after him, and I was like, oh man, damn it, because he signed a nice little contract with the Raiders. It was weird that they cut him, and I believe New Orleans cut him too. So he didn't even get any playing time. So for me personally, he's out there. He could be our fifth guy. Even I think you could put him on the practice squad, and then you could bring two guys up for game day. So I mean, you could have Farrell pretty much just just not putting him on the 47-man game day roster. You could have Jordan Willis out there. So me, a guy that knows our system, knows Chris Kasarik, I say it's a no-brainer, man. I think this guy has a chance. I think he has a chance because I think his best year for me was actually 2 years ago in that Dallas game. Do you remember that game in Dallas? He Bosa went out that game. It was Jordan Willis, Omenuhu, those guys, Ebukam, those guys were just killing Dak Prescott. Every time Dak was back to play, pass, it seemed like it was Willis or one of those guys just killing them. So remember, the Super Bowl is gonna be in Vegas, and to me, I don't know. He looks good in those dome games with the turf. He looked good in Dallas. He looked good when I saw him in preseason against the Niners in that stadium. He looked really good. So to me, you gotta do it. I don't think we could roll with just four, man. In my opinion, you gotta have fresh bodies. You're constantly changing in and out, and you gotta have five. And I think Jordan Willis is that perfect guy. We kind of wanted him to stay, but the money wasn't right. They were kind of at that time cutting, just cutting places here or there to try to get that salary cap under control. So he's gonna be out there for the cheap. He wants to win the Super Bowl. He came close a few times. I say go do it, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, because pretty much you need those fresh legs, especially once third down comes around. You need those fresh legs to get that quarterback. And another thing, if you get this guy, you're able to do more things schematically wise too. Like I said, it's not like he has to learn a whole bunch of new stuff. He already pretty much knows the majority of the things, and then having that fifth guy, you're able to do a few different packages. So that would be the reason I would bring him in, because I think this guy, like you said, he could still contribute. He was killing us in the preseason. He just didn't get the opportunities in Vegas or New Orleans. So he's going to have fresh legs, too.
Yeah.
This guy's going to be real fresh. Maybe his technique's going to be a little bit off since he hasn't been playing, but those legs, they're going to be fresh. He's going to be good to go right away.
And here's the thing, man. I'm not going to bash on Clelin Ferrell, but he's inconsistent pass rusher. He's not the guy. He's just not. He cannot really get to the quarterback. I know he got one sack 2 weeks ago, but that's because Sam Howell just pretty much gave him the sack. So we just haven't had that consistent pass rush. I think the best pass rush was when we had about 2 years ago, when we played Dallas and then played Green Bay and then played the Rams. It seemed like we were always going for the quarterback because we had so much depth, man. It wasn't even funny with guys coming off the bench from Jordan Willis, DJ Jones, Ebu Kam. It was just a unit, a 10-man, 11-man unit that they worked together to get the quarterback. Right now, we really don't have it because when Gregory comes in, not much is happening. In our backup tackles, when Kinlaw comes in, he's going to get owned in the run and he's not going to get much pressure. Givens, same thing. So we just don't have it. It looks like we have a solid front four, but it kind of reminds me of 2019 when we just didn't have that bench going into that Super Bowl. DJ Jones was on the IR. Our guys coming off the bench were guys like Solomon Thomas. And when those guys were out, our Spain 4 guys, D4, whatever, Bosa, Armstead, Buckner, we did not have that platoon to come in. And, unfortunately, that's when Patrick Mahomes got hot. So to me, it just makes sense. You have a guy 28 years old in his prime. He's freaking built like Tarzan, strong as heck, good, really good against the run. He could contain the edge. That's what everyone loves about Ferrell. That's something that Jordan Willis prides himself in, is stopping the run too. And he could add pass rush ability. I mean, come on, John, if you're listening, dude, do it, man. You have a guy that has been there with us that can perform at that high level. Remember, we traded for this guy, I believe a 6th-round pick back 3-4 years ago. So, I mean, you get him back for free, pretty much. You get him back for free for the playoffs to try to get your team into the Super Bowl. You get him pretty much for free, man. You get to bring 2 guys up. You don't have to put them on the 47-man roster, I don't believe. But it's a no-brainer, man. Go out, you do it, and try to get that damn ring. Whatever it takes, bring all the talent you have in to get this ring, man. So I say 100% Jordan Willis needs to be in the facility. At least give him a practice this week. No messing around, man. No messing around right now. It's time, all hands on deck.
All right, well, you guys let us know in the comments what you guys think about the Niners potentially bringing back Jordan Willis. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. See y'all next time.
Peace.